Welcome to the training site for the higher level of DAERA's environmental farming scheme. This is part of a series of online training modules. This module is for the subject of record keeping and gives the requirements for the environmental farming scheme higher level agreement. Completion of this training module on record keeping is a compulsory part of the environmental farming scheme. You will need to watch this video and then answer correctly a number of questions on the subject matter. Further details about the environmental farming scheme can be found on the DAERA website. This includes the information sheets for each of the options. This short training video covers three areas. It tells you that you must keep records, it tells you what records you must keep, and then it guides you as to how to keep these records. Firstly, what records must you keep? You must complete one record sheet each year, that is from the 1st of January to the 31st of December, for each management unit where an EFS option or capital item has been completed. You must show in your EFS records that the correct management has been undertaken. You must keep your EFS records up to date for the duration of the agreement, and you must retain all the records throughout the period of the agreement and for 12 months after the agreement ends. You must have your EFS records available for inspection at any time of the year, and where you have received written approval to undertake an action, this must be included in your records. Please be aware that you may be penalised if you don't keep accurate and up-to-date records. Secondly, what type of records must you keep? The records you must keep are stated in the site-specific remedial management plan under record keeping requirements and in the EFS option or non-productive investment information sheets. Integrated pest management records must also be kept. Then thirdly, how do you keep the records? Well, you can use the EFS Higher Field Record template, which is found on the DAERA website, or you may wish to use your own preferred format. When recording information, it is best to do this on the day that the activity is carried out, or the dates that grazing begins and ends, or very soon afterwards. For each management unit, there are a number of requirements. You need a set of records for each year. The records must include an activity log and also grazing records. The records may also be required as detailed in the option or non-productive investment information sheets. Please note that details of all activities carried out in the management unit must be recorded together with grazing records. This stipulation is set out in section 1 of the DAERA template. The type of things that need to be recorded in an activity log are shown here. You need to record the management unit and field where the option or non-productive investment is located. You need to record the date or dates the activity was completed, and also a description and location of each activity. A completed example is shown in the next slide for your guidance. Note that you should record the management unit number, the field number, the hectareage, and then the activities that were undertaken and when they were done. Activities here include firstly, management of the primary habitat, which is both parkland and purple moorgrass and rush pasture in this example. Secondly, the erection of a stock-proof fence, and thirdly, undertaking rush control. Again, it is advised that you record the information on the date the activity was carried out so that it is not forgotten about. Now we look at the requirements for grazing records. Please remember to record the items shown here, the management unit or field number, the management unit and field number, the date or dates the livestock entered and were removed, the type and number of grazing animals, and finally then you need to calculate the livestock units. A completed example is shown in the next slide for your help. Note that you should record the management unit number, the field number, and the area in hectares. The grazing record details required include, firstly, the date that stock were moved to the grazing and then later removed. Secondly, the type of stock, in this case it is sheep. And thirdly, then the calculation of the total number of livestock units is carried out. There's another training module on the conversion of livestock units into stocking rates, which will help you with this calculation. And there's also a supporting stocking rate calculator on the DAERA website for your use. Integrated pest management is new terminology for the consideration that farmers automatically give to the protection of their crop yields from pests. For integrated pest management, the agreement holder needs to keep agreement level records each year for the two parts of integrated pest management highlighted here. This means indicating, as shown here by ticking a box, that you have assessed, firstly, whether there are any issues with harmful organisms or pests in the establishment or maintenance of the options in your agreement, and secondly, that you have checked and recorded what measures you have taken to protect the option from such pests. Note that templates and completed examples are available on the DAERA website for your future reference. In the record keeping template, there are other sections to be completed. The following few slides will show you complete examples of these sections. Section 3 provides an opportunity to record any changes to management practice. For example, a note of correspondence with DAERA to seek permission to bale and wrap an area that originally was to be managed as a hay meadow, but this was not possible due to bad weather. In section 4 of the record keeping template, you make a declaration that the records kept are a true and accurate reflection of the delivery of the scheme requirements applicable to your agreement. Section 5 is completed by the DAERA inspector or staff member. You may be asked for your records at any time of the year. The inspector will check that the information you have entered confirms that the correct management and activities have been undertaken. Finally, as we finish this training video, there are a few things you need to do next. You must complete the questions for the EFS higher level record keeping. These follow the video on your lesson site. It is essential that you do this so as to register that your training for the EFS higher record keeping has been completed. Secondly, you should also read the individual information sheets for each of the EFS options and or capital items with a record keeping requirement. And thirdly, training for other options or capital items should also be completed. The links to this training are on the dashboard of your Moodle site.